Hey, good evening. It's Coach Jill, and we are live. This is the Certified Coaches Call, and welcome Paula, Penny, and Coach May.
Good.
Are you there, May?
Hey, you can't hear me?
You're freezing a
Can
little
you
bit.
hear me?
Yeah.
Why? How about now? How
Yeah.
am I doing now? Okay, perfect. Good evening, coaches. Hi. Hey, I've got some fun resources to share with you guys. This afternoon we built a course and wanted to roll through it a little bit with you guys and just talk through some of the details. And also, of course, open the floor if anyone wants to talk about their business and whatnot. That is the primary reason why we're on here. So I always just take up time otherwise. So please grab my attention and let's dig into any stuff that you guys have as well. All right? Hi. Let me go ahead and I'm going to open up my, I'm going to share my screen really quick. Let me just close some of my windows. That's probably why I'm freezing here. It's intense. It's intense. Jill knows. I've got a lot of windows open. If it's a reflection of my life, I gotta like definitely deorganize or something, or organize. I mean, not deorganize. Okay, let me open up this course really quick. So what we created, we just finalized it today. Let me go into a course. Let's see if it's open here. We put together a video course that will actually, for now, it's actually going to get added just to a regular URL. I'll show you guys the course version because it's beautiful, but let's log in real quick for it. But the idea for this actually is just a resource. So with any good affiliate program, I have this password right. Ta-da! With any good affiliate program, whenever we are enabling others and working with others to promote, so co-promotion, most importantly, we have resources, right? This is something we've been working on for a while. We finally just built the course ourselves instead of waiting for our new membership to get live and stuff like that. So what's really important is to have the tools and resources that you'll need to do the promotion. So imagine the same build out for the coaching course as well, and being able to have the tools that you guys as coaches need to promote this material. And what I've asked for repeatedly is to know what you guys want to promote it. You know, what are the resources, what are the things that you'll need to promote it. So this should give you a decent idea. I'm going to walk through it with you guys right now for the influence course. This is for our brand ambassadors and whatnot, and you guys are those. Big shout out to Karen Kane if she is watching this. She's crushing it on with Organifi promotion right now. Like I think she's at like $1,000 in sales already, and she just started promoting. So big shout out to her. I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen, and we will jump into this. And please just shout at me if you guys have a question or want to talk about something else. So this is the course. This is currently inside the membership. You can only get to it through a link though, and it's just Organifi.com/influencer course, and it redirects to this link. And if we go in here, and this is kind of the welcome to the program. The idea is that we educate our influencers on what the product is. This goes through Drew's like top performing Facebook video on what's all in Organifi, and then we move through to like creating content. So we have examples of Instagram posts. You can view each of these, check them out, see how they're doing, that kind of thing. I go through here. Then there's videos. These are actually great videos from Drew. Let's see. We shot these a couple months ago now.
For the purpose of this video, I'd like to...
So Drew breaks down making videos, his process. This was actually like a live training day we did with a couple of the ambassadors in Drew's house. Check these videos out. Post into social platforms. This is another awesome resource that just breaks down basically some of the basics. So if we're looking at post on YouTube or on Instagram, we have the account tagged, we have her discount code in here, and also like product placement. And then we have for Facebook, YouTube, and a snippet on Snapchat, even though we haven't really built it out yet. So those are kind of some resources. Being an Organifi influencer, kind of what it means. You guys obviously don't need this information. A brief breakdown. I just walk through reversion and how to use reversion in here. I wonder if there's a video. Okay, and so some of the basics, and then below, I guess we're missing one video in here. Oh, this one. So this one I break down reversion a little bit. So anyways, this is kind of the style of resources and information that we want to provide those that are promoting Organifi. And I'd love to have this kind of focus for our coaching program. So what are the resources that you guys would want in promoting the coaching program, essentially, whether it's lead magnets or whatever? Give us some ideas. Give us some insight for that, so we can help support you guys. And let me build out you guys the other resources. Hold on, sorry, my dog's barking big time. Over here, hang on. Sorry guys, give me 1 minute. And I'll pull up this other page. All my windows. That's what it looks like. Having a version of this course dropped into just a regular page. So for our affiliates, we have, like, once they join the affiliate program, they have literally like a URL. This is a page that has a bunch of links and resources for them. We have the same thing built out for our ambassadors. Now that we built that course, we're going to build like a non-course version of it. So this is what it looks like. Or just the raw resources. So this will go onto a page. And the things that we added to this were like product benefit resources, which is kind of cool. This is essentially a list of what to focus on if your audience is focused on fitness, or let's see, the other ones are like longevity. So we, give you guys kind of some of the talking points and examples, and go through basically, if your audience is yoga, you can, here's some ideas essentially just to get you started. So these are great resources for you as well as you're a coach and promoting. So this is all going to be available to you guys in the next day or two once we go live. So our IT guy, Shane, is building this out on just a page, so you don't have to log into the membership if you don't want to. But a little snippet on each of the ingredients, so you can always use these snippets as resources to post about and whatnot. So anyways, cool resource. And again, it's a lot cooler in the membership version of it, but where it's like a course, but this is going to be easier to access. So you'll have just a regular URL, and it will just be Organifi.com /influencer-resource. And the course is -course, so influencer course. So just to give you guys a little heads up and cue you in. So those are kind of the resources we're putting together, and again, that is kind of in replication of what we do for affiliates, and just wanted to create some social resources, so you'll have a good bank to work with. And ideally, we want to make that same format of resource for coaching too, specifically. So kind of get your wheels turning in that direction in terms of what type of materials you'd want as a coach to use for promotion. Cool? You guys are always so quiet. So what kind of questions do you have in regards to that, and also anything else? That's what it looks like. It's like a staring contest. Just see who wins. Yeah.
I'm going to make the offer go live. You want to talk about that?
Oh, yeah. You want to present it here? See if it works?
It does work. I just did it in the last call.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Cool. You want to try it out on here right now? See if
yeah. There we go.
So what we're testing right now is the coaching team, and I talked about this last week, which was just testing out a different kind of like a pivot of the coaching program's offer, and it's really just changing the language and how we talk about it. So one of the transitions, or the kind of just pivots that we're exploring and testing out, and would love your guys' input on, is talking about the coaching program as like a custom detox plan. So know that we get 30,000 or a little over 30,000 opt-ins a month for a detox guide and promoting a detox program. That right. So a huge amount of influx and traffic to that. So the more you can keep that branding consistency and continue to offer that to people that are in our community, whether they're in our membership, in our Facebook pages, in your audiences, it's much more congruent and sometimes easier. So we're just exploring kind of pivoting the language and how we talk about the coaching program to talk about it more like a detox, custom detox plan. And that's kind of essentially what it is, right? So we're trying that on, having some fun with it. If you go to Organifi.com and you'll look at the main nav, you'll see custom detox plans. And if you click on that, that actually is the coaching offer. It's just, a little bit, it's a different kind of front door to the coaching program. If you think about talking to somebody about coaching, or if you have experiences in the past, you'd understand. But sometimes it can be difficult to talk about coaching because coaching is huge. Coaching is a huge concept. So to break it down and really detail it out to someone so that they understand it can sometimes be difficult to, I think, kind of transfer the value. And so Drew is blowing me up. Hold on. So
I'm going to share my screen, May, while you're.
Yeah, thank you.
Everybody can see what the offer looks like.
Well, if you post it, we should be able to see it. Oh, actually, is it only the viewing audience can see it?
Yeah, only the viewing audience can see it.
You're going a million. You're disappearing into space. Yeah.
That's the only way you can see it. That's what it looks like.
That's cool, though. So that's what the offer looks like. It seems silly, but on Webinars on Air, you can drop an offer in. So it's a great tool as a coach, as a certified coach, to use software like Webinars on Air. That's what we use every single time we do a call with you guys. That allows us to send out reminder emails with the link, the registration link in there, and the join call link and stuff, and also do cool things like drop-in offers. So, for instance, a great strategy and one that Jill practices is as that coaching group is coming to an end, she can say it's like the closing of the 30-day programs or towards the end of the 90 days, right? She can drop in that offer to re-sign right in the call. Obviously, you can always just send them a URL or tell them a simple URL too if you do like a redirect. For instance, like fitlife.tv/coaching, right? So you can always do that with your own programs. But it's great to know the tools that are helpful and usable. We use Webinars on Air in kind of an odd way, in that everyone's on this call live, right? Because we want to see your faces and talk to you guys. But typically, Webinars on Air is done to the masses, and you guys would actually be panelists on this call, right? And then you could present this call to 500 to 1,000 people, right? But we really do it in kind of a custom manner because we love the Google Hangouts on Air format, which is live communication with the ability to record, right? So we record every single call, which makes it available. So and that's one of the benefits of doing this for your coaching programs is that you're able to record all your calls and give them to your clients. They don't have to come live, right? If they can't make it. Yeah, I'd love to actually, since we are talking about software and whatnot, open the floor to talking about technology. So what you guys are using to work with clients currently, whether it be Facebook Messenger, whether it be Google Hangouts, you name it. This is my favorite conversation because I'm a total technology nerd and I love this stuff. But what do you guys prefer if you're working or talking with clients? And we can talk about Calendly.com. We can talk about scheduling apps, Google Hangouts, video apps, you name it. What do you guys have questions about? What have you heard about that you're curious? Anything?
Well, I can tell you that for me, I have some clients that I Skype with. I have some clients that I Google Hangout with. It just depends on where they are.
There's pros and cons to both, for sure. Skype's just the group call app. Yeah. But for recording, you can't do that.
Exactly. You can't record it for Skype. So that's for my, any private clients that I have, I'll Skype with. Yeah. The other thing that's nice about Skype is, when you're recruiting through social media, say you get somebody who's international, it's very easy to do international calls through Skype, where it's not as easy to do it. Then you don't have to pay the heavy-duty charges through your cell phone, or sometimes with Google you can't make those international calls unless you drop money into it. So Skype does make that a little bit easier.
And then the one thing with both those platforms is connectivity, right? So internet access. So just make sure you've got good internet when you're on those calls. That's the worst. And it'll go in and out sometimes, but you'll have calls where you just, the connection just sucks. So it just depends on kind of the person. But definitely on Skype, I like that you can just be walking, go outside and go for a walk and have that client on the phone. I love that video connection, and I love starting the calls that way to have that face-to-face. But then, say it's going to be a longer call, I really enjoy being able to, turn off the camera and go for a walk and have them on the phone. So you always have that option as a coach as well. Doing more of that. But and on Calendly, so what Jill and I and the coaching team use to schedule our calls, Calendly.com. It's a really, really easy format to have pre-programmed questions when people schedule calls for you, and you can ask them, hey, what's your Skype ID? You can ask them, what's the best way to contact you? Anything you program the questions in there. I was trying to think of Jill they could look at, or I can just go to Calendly.
Let me bring up Calendly. Hold on a second.
Yeah. So Jill will kind of walk you through it. But Calendly's are by far our favorite scheduling app. Even the company FitLife, we use Calendly as a team, and then we use Uber Conference for the majority of the time that we used it. It was free conference calling. So if you want to do by phone stuff with clients, Uber Conference is great. Really enjoy that. So Jill, I'm gonna have your screen pop up here.
This is what. Let's go to the dashboard. So this is what Calendly looks like.
Yeah.
This is our one. Right now I don't have any upcoming events, but normally in the dashboard, anything that you have coming up.
You want to click on one of those URLs, so pretend you're a client so they can see it. You go back to that page.
Yeah, hold on.
And then click on any of them.
Somebody calls, say they want to do a coaching program discovery call.
You'd send this link out?
Send this out. Anything that is highlighted here is available. So they can click on, say they want to click on Wednesday. And then it brings up all the times that you have available. So say you want to do 2 p.m. and then you would confirm. And then it's going to ask you to put in details. So
all that, which is cool.
Yeah, first name, last name, best number to reach you at, and then you basically schedule the event, and that goes right to my calendar.
It's integrated with Google Calendar, which is great. Your Gmail.
Yeah.
And Jill, remind me, there is a free version of this, but the main, I think the base is like $10 a month, right?
Well, no, the free version is like a free trial.
Okay, everything changes, I swear. It used to be all free.
It's a free trial, and I think you get 30 days. I want to think it's a 30-day free trial that you get, and then I think it's $9.99 for a year, I believe, for Calendly.
And you can do monthly. But yeah, it's been a great resource for us because we can plug it into, if someone's interested in coaching, they get an automated email that says, great, schedule a call and we'll chat about the different programs. We'll, whatever we want to use it for. We used it for a ton of different stuff back when we did we were running the transformation roadmap kind of stuff where they'd basically opt in. They had their goals and their personal information in there. They'd opt in and then schedule a call, and that was kind of the process. So it's a great tool, really, really good for being able to do lead gen. You can have it plugged into other apps. For us, we just have it email us, so obviously you can do manual lead generation. So you're tracking, who's scheduling calls, and you actually have that to export, so you can export that list of people that have opted in and requested calls. So you have that to use, and then you can import it into your emailing software, whether it's MailChimp or whatever you want to email them something in particular. You can even email those that have canceled, those that no-showed, whatever, you name it. So it's pretty cool.
Well, and I think too, one of the easiest things to do is really get familiar with everything that your Google, with your Gmail can do, because you can send out group emails with your Gmail. You can, upload group mails and emails like that with your Gmail. So know the basics of what your Gmail can do for you.
Yeah, there's actually a lot. That's true. That's very true. And especially one of my favorite other tech things is something called Boomerang. And it's you can basically pre-write emails. It's an extension. And so, for instance, Sunday nights I tend to have a little bit more time than during the week. So Sunday nights I'll write a bunch of my emails for the week that I want to send out. And then rather than blowing up people's inboxes on Sunday, I had them send out throughout the week, and you can actually just schedule them. And again, the extension is called Boomerang, and it's very helpful. So for instance, if you have clients that you want to send a reminder email to, you can use the extension. It's a Google Chrome extension, and you can just, Google it. You can Google this and just say extension Boomerang, and it plugs into your Gmail. And when you go to send an email, actually, I'll just share my screen, you can just set it to schedule instead. So rather than send right away, it would schedule. So let me go ahead and share my screen.
Well, and also explain, May, that if you send out an email and you don't get a response, you can schedule it to remind you to send another email. So
that's cool. So it's super intuitive.
Yeah.
Yeah. The other one that's similar to this is Follow Up Then, which is an awesome email reminder. So for instance, if you have something that you want to get a reminder of, and of course I guess the shortcut to that would just be like talking into your iPhone and saying, hey, set a reminder to email Sandy on Monday or whatever. But outside of that, in your inbox, if you don't want to send a reply or want to get a reminder like, hey, in 5 days, revisit this email, you actually email followupthen.com. So, for instance, Monday, 6 a.m. at followupthen.com would send an email to me on Monday at 6 a.m. with that same email, which is pretty cool. And it will remind you to actually send it. So those two apps are Boomerang and followupthen.com. And if you go to either of those websites, it'll tell you more in probably better detail than what I just did of how to use those things. Clearly, I don't use Boomerang to its full extent. And let me just pull up my email. Don't judge my unread count, everybody. It's at like 23,000. I'm kidding. I think it's bad though. Let me go ahead and share my screen. I have like a killer headache right now. I don't know what's going on. Am I like delaying right now?
You're loading. It's loading.
Yeah, it's like super slow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so in here, when you do compose, I'm not sure what's going on with my interwebs. It'll give you the option to send later. So down below here, you guys can probably see this. So for instance, say I was going to send to somebody. I can do Boomerang this 2 days. If no reply, there we go. See, Jill? Jill's got it. Or normally I'll always do send later. And when I click on this rather than send, I can just say in 1 month, schedule a reoccurring message. So this would be a really cool way to schedule check-ins with my clients, right? And it could be that same email that you want to send to them every day. And then the biggest thing is that you'd want to obviously cancel the reoccurring message when the client's no longer coaching with you. But it could be like, weekly check-in, right? And I send this to Jill every single, Monday at 7 a.m., right? You name it. So a cool app, again, one that is just a free extension. I'm sure down the road they'll probably charge for it since that's kind of the way of everything. But and then the other one would be, say I wanted to follow up with this report. I'm going to do forward. I'd forward this email to Tuesday at Follow Up Then. And when I send this out, I get a confirmation email that that's been sent, but also tomorrow, Tuesday, that email will get emailed back to me from Follow Up Then, and it's just basically a reminder. So, for instance, if I go back to my inbox, this is kind of weird stuff, but I love talking about this stuff. Follow Up Then just gave me a thing saying, hey, your follow-up was scheduled. If you click on it, we've got you covered, Follow Up Then, and it looks like 6 a.m. is the standard time it's going to send. You can always do a time, so I'll do like 7:30 a.m. Tuesday. I'm normally pretty specific, and then just at Follow Up Then. And if you just go at followupthen.com, or just, sorry, if you go followupthen.com, you can make an account and stuff, and that's a free account as well. So those are some hacks we currently use. Again, where we started with this was Webinars on Air, and why we use them is because we get automatic recorded calls that we get to repurpose and use with our coaching clients. And it allows us to actually have a formatted and organized registration process, which normal Google Hangouts on Air does not necessarily. It's not as simple as a link. It's like, go to the event page, RSVP, all this crud, right?
Two minutes, May.
So I just had a fun time talking about that stuff, but I don't know what you guys want to, need help on or want to talk through. But ideally, we spend this time talking about that. And when we don't have questions, I'm just going to talk about random stuff that I feel like talking about. And you guys are going to have to watch me. So I want to, appreciate your time. Thanks, Paula. Zoom chat. No. Tell me about Zoom chat. Has anyone used Zoom chat? We've used GroupMe before, which is, an independent chat or messaging app, which works great. For the company, we use Slack. I love Slack. And we use Basecamp for project management. But no Zoom chat. What's Zoom chat like? For webinars. Zoom is a great program like webinar stuff. I didn't know that. I'll have to look into it. Curious. All right, you guys are starting your next meeting. Later this week in Slack, I will drop the link for the influencer resources. Look through there. You'll learn a lot, I'm sure, hopefully, and minimally enjoy the content. So I'll drop that in Slack later this week, hopefully like tomorrow or Wednesday. So it just depends on when Shane finishes that. The membership course is live, but I think I want to keep everything in one spot, so I'll just give you guys the direct link to the URL. Cool? Love you guys. Bye!